like me, you know, you think you have things in the pantry, then you go to cook a meal and all of a sudden you found out that somebody's used the last can of tuna fish and nobody let you know, or whatever the ingredient might be? Well, a good solution for that, of course, is for them to make a note, but nobody has paper. So today I'm going to show you how to make a whiteboard that you can hang in your pantry or in your kitchen or anywhere, I guess, in your home that you need to take some notes and just jot down what the next shopping list needs to include. I started off by going to my local antique shop. I love to go there for good picture frames that are really, really cheap but can be recycled into a new life. This little black wooden frame I found there for $10, and it had no picture, which is perfect for me. I didn't need a picture and I didn't need glass. That's probably why it was $10. And it's already got the wire on it for hanging. So then I went to my home improvement store and I bought what they call Whiteboard. You know, there's so many great things there that you can find. There's, you know, masonite, and you can paint chalkboard paint on it, or they even have them now that come with chalkboard paint. So if you'd rather have a chalkboard, you could do that instead of the whiteboard. Technique is still the same. But I like the whiteboard because sometimes the chalkboard's kind of hard to keep clean. All right, I even had them cut it for me to size. That way I didn't even have to get my saw out, the big saw for that. Okay, so once you put it in there, because this is a used frame, you're probably not going to have all the little fasteners that you need. So while you're at your home improvement store, pick up some of these little metal brads like we have right here, and a tack hammer. This is a great tack hammer. I used to use this when I did upholstery work. It's magnetic, so it's really handy to hold it in place so that when you're working, you can just hold it and tap it right in like that and stop so it just catches the edge. And then you want to go around here and just place them right along the side of it, all the way down, and then across the top. There we go. There we go. Okay, you get the idea. Just all the way around, putting your tacks in one right at the other until this is nice and secure. Okay, now that we have all of those in where they're supposed to be, isn't that magnetic hammer cool? I love that. I always keep it hidden away so nobody takes it for other projects. All right, now I'm just going to flip this over. Voila, I have an instant whiteboard. Frame $10, this piece cut to size was $1.50. Can't beat that. Less than 12 bucks, we've got a great whiteboard ready to hang. But I like to go a step further because just like you can never find a piece of paper to make a note, you can't always find your markers to use or your piece of chalk. So I found this little piece of molding at the home improvement store, and I'm going to just glue it right to the edge of this frame, right along here. It'll just go right along the edge of it, and that's going to hold those pins so they're always handy and right in place for us. So to glue that on, I'm going to use just a little bit of liquid nails. Let me get this guy going. There we are. And I'm just going to run a little bead of it right along the frame. Doesn't take much of this stuff. And if you've used it before, you probably have used it like it's kind of a brown, yucky color. Well, now they come out in colors and clear, so it's easier to use. And if it gets, you know, off the edges, no big deal. You can't see it. I like that. Okay, run a bead of that all the way down. Now, I'm going to use a little bit of masking tape to hold this in place for just a second. Not for good, but just while I'm working here. Down to the edge. Keep it from shifting around on me while I'm getting it all set up. There we go. Now, the next thing you want to do is use a clamp. They've got new plastic clamps out now, but I don't like them because their tension is so tight on it. I'm more the old-fashioned crank away one. So now I'm just going to put this clamp on here on the edge of it and just turn it, crank it down, get it just centered so it'll hold it right there. Don't do it too tight because you don't want to crack or dent the wood. Then I'll put another clamp in the middle and I'll put another clamp down here on this end. and I'm going to let it just dry overnight. You could, if you wanted to, you could go in with a little bit of black paint and a sponge brush and put a coat of black paint on it if you wanted to be the same as the frame, or if you like the fact that it had a nice white to tie it in with a whiteboard, just leave it just like it is. Take a little white paint and touch up the end where you trimmed it down to size. So that's all there is to doing, making your own whiteboard to go into any area in your home. And next time you're ready to go to the grocery store, stop by that pantry, jot down what's on this board, and you won't be running out of tuna fish or any of those ingredients that you needed.